My life changed 12 years ago when my youngest son was diagnosed with autism. I have 3 sons. It was devastating as a parent to find out that one of your kids have a lifelong disability. We were thinking ahead, like, what's going to happen when we get old and cannot fight his battles anymore? As long as we have the power, we'll fight his battles at any time. But we get old one day, and what will happen? We only knew autism from the Rain Man film, known by everyone in this world. But the real people with autism in our societies are not like Rain Man, typically. There may be 15 to 20 like Rain Man worldwide, while in our population, maybe 1% of the population have enough autistic traits to qualify for a diagnosis within the autistic spectrum. So that's a lot of people, and there are even more people who qualify for diagnoses like attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, called ADHD. We tried to picture our son as an adult, and it was scary to think Rain Man, our son, Lars, could he end up in the same situation? We were recommended to read some books. We borrowed some books in the library, and suddenly it was very well documented why he would never have the same chance as his siblings. We know a lot of expertise have been documented in books about what is not possible, what is hard, what is difficult. We need some books about where the good sides about autism, where's the hope perspective. What's the hope? What can we learn from people with a disability? I think I've learned a lot as a parent, as a human being, about vulnerable people, about not taking anything for granted, about being having attention to other people's resources, not just to those who are the winner types, but to those who may be regarded in our society as the losers. Well, there's a lot of values to find among the people who do not fit in. I was active in the autism organization for 3 years, and I learned a lot about the Danish welfare model, which I am very fond of. But the welfare system works best if you have a visible disability, a visible problem. If your problem is invisible, then it's up to your parents, to your peers still to fight your battles. I found out that there are a lot of people in our society in Denmark who are pretty smart, who are very good with computers, who are very honest, loyal, very capable in many ways. I could see that because I have a background within the IT sector in the business community in Denmark. I could see that a lot of the people I met would be wonderful to do software testing, to do quality control, to enter data with very high accuracy. And that's very much needed in our businesses in Denmark. So there are a lot of very capable people who, given the right conditions, can make use of their skills. There's a request from the corporate sector on skills in the specialized areas. So how do you make the link? That's what I set out to do by founding Specialisterne as a for-profit social enterprise 7 years ago in Denmark. We want to create a company around resources among people who are idle, who are an untapped pool of resources in the Danish community. We have set up a company where people with autism are the normal ones, when you enter our door, no one expects you to be social, to be empathic, to be good at managing stress, to be flexible. We expect you to have ambitions, to make a career, to get a job, to do tasks with a high level of quality, to be good colleagues to your colleagues. So today we have about 80 people on the autistic spectrum in our offices. 33 of them are consultants, they're employees, typically working part-time. They are solving services for the corporate sector like software testing, software management, registration, logistics at market terms. We do not want to compete on cheap prices. We want to compete on value of what we do. We are never the cheapest solution. We claim to be the long-term most valuable solution. And then we have about 20 people who are in a 5 months training and assessment program, because the key to what we do is to give the individual a chance to learn about the motivation, to learn about the skills, the potential, the learning profile, and get used to work with different types of tasks in different settings in workplaces, to give them a chance to feel wanted and to excel in the workplace. Many of them are very much aware of what's hard for them because that's have been their life so far. Many are dropouts of schools. Many have been working in mainstream companies, which led to depression. So they all need 5 months where we can build up their self-esteem. Many of them have learned how to defend themselves because they've been used to people yelling at them if they say the wrong thing. So they are using a lot of brain power to predict how do I behave in a situation if a person comes to me and say something like this. We have to define their comfort zone so they can lower their defenses and we can work with them on personal development. We cannot just find someone and plug the person into the corporate sector. That will not be fair for the person. That will not be fair for the customer. We do not want to take chances. We want to learn the comfort zone, the skills, the potential around the individual and find the tasks that matches the individual. We have also started a 3-year youth education to face a big challenge in the Danish society about a lot of money is being invested in special education, but when they finish school, there's nothing there. A lot of investment is being lost. A lot of expectations are being built up for the individual. So when they finish school with a good grade, no one pays interest in them anymore. We have a 3-year youth education where we work on vocational skills, life skills, and getting them into internships in big companies, learn a lot of practical experiences from life.